Hello, everybody. So it's me again, Lady Pop Hunter. And like I told you in the last video that I did, I'm going to do or try this new series called What Am I Reading? And I go through my comics and I read several comics. And I always wonder, these are some good comics. Do other people know about them? Have other people read them? So I told myself I would do a series called What Am I Reading? Just to share with the community the comics and what they're about. What I feel about them. I mean, it's just my opinion, but what I feel about them and if it was a good read or not. So actually, on this very first episode, I'm starting off with some romance comics, and romance comics are like anthologies, I guess. It's like several stories in one book. You'll get about 3 to 4 stories. So it's not like one continuous story to really give you a broad sense of, oh, I want to read that series, like Man Thing or Swamp Thing or something like that, or a Spider-Man. And I did read a series in Spider-Man that I'm going to share with y'all on the next video. I thought that was really good, and I probably should have started with that. But I'll just give you a brief overview of the romance and just show you some and just some things that I thought about as I was reading it and going through. So I'm reading and I'm finished with all these, the ones that I'm showing you. These, again, some romance comics that I've been reading just to pass the time away when I'm at work because, you get on the job site and usually I'm waiting for someone or we'll have some downtime on the job site. So I'll bring some comics. And like I said, I'm reading these romance and I'm thinking, oh my God, these girls are so sappy. Was I that sappy when I was a teenage girl? I mean, they fall in love so quickly. Oh, this boy, he kissed me. I'm in love. And by the end of the story, they're getting married like over the weekend, within a month, over the summer break, or they met somebody at a spring dance or some kind of dance and they're all in love and the boy, or you have the story where it's some kids in high school and they were dating. Now this is a real pretty mod cover. It looks very psychedelic, the girl and her outfit and everything. It looks really nice. um or the kids they'll date during high school and it's like, oh, we're going to graduate. Will he ask me to marry him? Or he doesn't have any money, but the rest of my friends have money and they have engagement rings and they're about to get married. But he says that we have to wait for him to go to school, make money and buy a house, and then he'll marry me. And it's like, okay, that's the right way to do things. It's just like, what are they thinking? Now, this story right here, I remember it. Good little girl. This girl in the red, she's like snooty and holier than thou, and everybody is doing wrong except her. And she can't believe that this girl kissed that guy, and she's just really stuck up. And you're like, what is your problem? But a lot of the stories are like that. This girl, she's like that too. She likes this boy. Ooh, she likes this boy, but she's all stuck up. And her it's actually because of her dad. Her dad is like, no, he's a little ruffian. He rides a motorcycle. Look at how he's dressed. And she told him that. And he actually changed. He started changing his clothes, stopped hanging out with his ruffian friends. And of course, they fell in love and were engaged by the end of the story. So, you got things like that. This girl right here she became a movie star, and she went to Hollywood, left all of her country friends behind, and then figured out that she was really still in love with a guy that she went to high school with. So, you just got like soppy stories, and like this girl fell in love while she was on a cruise. And it's like, oh my God, I love him. Will I ever see him again? And you're like, chick, you're on a cruise. A cruise is like 7 days. How are you going to fall in love in 7 days and then pine over this guy? And now you get home and you can't eat and you can't sleep because all you do is think of him. And then he shows up at her house. Oh, he really did love me. He showed up at my house. This girl right here, she's a little loose. She kisses every boy she see. She's not committed to anybody, and she just like to run around and be loose and have a good time, I guess. So you got stories like that, and they're funny to read, because you again, you're just sitting there thinking, was I that sappy when I was a teenager? And I know these are written in the not the 70s, sorry. Some of them in the 50s, some in the 60s. And they're like, trying to keep everything ultra PC. I don't think I read this one. I gotta go back. Okay, yeah, I didn't read this one. The last book we saw was the last one that I read. But they tried to keep it ultra PC and give the kids an idea. Okay, you have to be wholesome, one boy. But golly, do you really kiss somebody and fall in love and pine over them if they don't call you, if they don't um ask you out on a date or something like that? I don't know, but that's what these romance books are about. Well, the teen ones. I do have some, I think, that have older people in it. I haven't gotten to those yet. Um, but the next set of books I'm going to read are the war books. So I'm going to start with that next. Get something else other than pining teenage girls that are just whining over some little boy that they can't have. One story that really got me because all of them, and they kind of get on my nerve. They have a girl and she has a boyfriend. He goes away to school and she'll try to date someone else while he's gone. And then he comes back, he finds out, and it's like kiss and make up. But in one of the books, the boy, he went to college, because he needed to save money, well, get a job, save money so that they can get engaged. And when he left, he was like, I'm going to go to school. I'll be back during breaks, summers and Christmas and whatever else. And she was like, okay, I'm going to sit here and wait. So she gets a little job, and the people at work are telling her, oh, let's go out. And she's like, no, Johnny, I got to be true to Johnny. And she bends and she goes out and she kisses this guy. She kisses like four guys. Johnny finds out and come back. She's like, oh, Johnny, you're back. I'm so happy to see you. And he's like, really? I heard you've been um, kissing on every boy in town. It's over between us. Like, good Lord, good for him. He saw the writing on the wall. Because everybody else, they just, I don't know. And one story that really got on my nerve, this guy was dating this girl, and, they were together. And this young teenage girl was like, I'm going to take him from her. And she plans all this stuff and does, takes the guy from her, from the other lady, and happily ever after. And I'm like, what kind of mess is that? What kind of message are you sending? But anyway, that's what I was reading over the last few weeks because I just wanted to take something to work, and I usually take something a little better than these. But I just grabbed something and I took them, and that's what I've been reading. It's been over the past month I've been going through, and I want to chip down and chip away at my books and just really start reading them. And I got through a lot of the horrors and stuff like that. So I wanted to read on the romance because they're funny, the covers are funny, and the word bubbles, like you see these word bubbles, they get kind of funny sometimes, and you just want to read and see what's going on in the book. So I read on those, and they're pretty decent if you like that kind of thing. They're good to pass the time away. The coloring is good. The dialogue, it's a lot of dialogue, and the dialogue is actually not that bad. It's just the stories, you feel like, okay, you could have did a little bit better with the stories. All of the stories are practically the same, but I think they could have did a little better with the stories. Again, I know it was written, some of them are written in the 50s and 60s, and they're trying to keep it PC. They're trying to keep it where um, they're keeping some type of value, and that's good, and I appreciate that. But they could have did better with the stories. Some of the stories in the teen books, the stories get a little sappy. When you get to the where they're not teenagers in high school, the stories get a little better. But it's still like you ain't falling in love in 2 days or over the weekend, and somebody asking you to get to marry them. It's like you don't know the person. So you need to try to figure that out a little more. But anyway, I'm starting to ramble. So yes, that is what I've been reading, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you if you have some romance, I hope you get a chance to read them and you find them enjoyable, or any other type. What are you reading? It doesn't have to be comics, it could be just a regular novel or a magazine series or something like that. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you, as always, for watching. I truly enjoy it. Have a good day. Bye.